Right, well it's Sunday 23rd of May and I'm finally beginning my entry for the 2old4toys contest, which the deadline for is the 28th, so I really don't have very much time and I'm not very sure whether I'm going to be able to do it in time, but this is the kit I've decided to enter with. It's just a basic 144 scale high grade Zists Mobile Cgue. It's not a very large kit, only 3 spools and a little block of polycaps. Right, so these are all the parts out of the bags. The reds are showing up on the back of my camera as being more pink. I don't know if it's going to show up like that in the final video. But if I don't use the light I have at the moment, it suddenly becomes really dark. It's evening now and there's not very much natural daylight left. It's meant to be a reasonably large kit. In the manual it says somewhere that it's roughly 21.43 meters. I don't know if you'll be able to read that, but that's what it says. 21.43 meters, so it's roughly around the same height as the Unicorn Gundam, and like the high grade version of the Unicorn Gundam, and that's a pretty large kit, so it should look quite good. The pictures it comes with, they're quite nicely painted. It gives you a very good idea of what it's going to look like, or what it would have looked like if I'd have stayed with the original colour. Right, all that's left are the weapons and I'll deal with them afterwards. This is the kit, and also obviously need to put the polycaps in with them, but I'll do that as I build along with it. Right, so here's the completed kit, or semi-completed kit. I still have a couple of other pieces that I need to cut out, like the pink parts here. I didn't bother with those because they're so small and this all needs to come apart anyway, and I've still got the weapons that I need to chop off as well, but they can wait. So it doesn't actually look too bad. It's a bit shorter than I thought it was going to be, and basically I've just put it together and tidied up all the nubs off, like the nubs off the screws, just with a basic, just with a craft knife, and I still need to do some sanding on it, but I'm going to wait now to sand the parts until I've glued the pieces that need to be glued together, and then I'll sand them down at the same time. Right, so all the parts that needed to be glued have been glued, and everything now has been sanded and cleaned, and it's all dry, or at least it should be dry now. So the next stage I need to get to is the primer. Usually I just use this stuff. It's Games Workshop Skull White. It's just a basic primer. It's pretty good. It works really well, especially if you're doing matte paint finishes, stuff like that. But this kit I would like to go a little bit more glossy. I've got this, and I think this is the one I'm going to be using. It's just Tamiya Fine Surface Primer. It's brand new, still in the plastic. but it'll be the first time I've ever tried to use this.
Right, well, I've just finished priming all the parts and it's come out pretty good. There's only a couple that I need to sort out. It's the first time I've used the Tamiya fine surface primer, and it's actually really good. It's a shame it's not easier to get in England. The only place I've ever been able to find it is on eBay.
I'm going to be using airbrush to paint it. This is what I'm going to be using. It's a Aztec A470, and I'll be using the black nozzle on it. Right, so far these are the colours I've used. I've used white, chrome silver, lemon yellow, and this is a mixture. It's like a dark metallic grey, which I used chrome silver and Donato black to do. I actually ran out of yellow halfway through doing it. I only managed to get one coat on it all, so I had to go to the shop today and I picked up a couple more jars of yellow. While I was there, I got myself a jar of titanium gold, and the yellow's looking a little bit too pale for what I wanted it to be, so I've got a jar of orange, and I'm just going to add a couple of drops to some yellow, just a tiny amount, just to make the yellow a slightly warmer shade, and then I should almost be done. Then I still need to mask off a few pieces for places where I want them to be, you know, different colours. But other than that, it's getting very close to being complete. Right, so it's pretty much finished now. It's the 28th, so it's the day of the deadline, and I'm about as finished as I'm ever going to be. I think it came out quite nice. I hope that the camera's picking up the details. It's not the best of cameras. Put a small pattern on the back skirt there. I wanted to do more of that, but I really didn't have the time. The binders, or wings, or whatever they're called, they're titanium gold, silver, yellow, and silvery grey for the inside part there. Pretty much anything relating to flying is silver, so the little things on the backs of the legs, the things on the sides of the shoulders, and them things as well, they're all in silver. And then let's see, what else have I done? The chest area, well, anyway, I'm going to stick some pictures up at the end of this, so it'll be obviously clearer with those. But yeah, I don't think I did too bad with this. It's got quite a nice look to it. If only I'd have started doing this kit earlier, then it probably would have given me more of a chance to make it nicer, but I think as it is, it's fine. It definitely stands out in comparison to the rest of the stuff I've been doing recently, so I'll definitely keep it around. But yeah, there we go. I'm going to have to stick a slideshow together now of pictures I've taken of this, and that'll give a clearer view of everything that's been done. And that's that. So thank you for watching, and bye bye.